Kia ora te whānau. Today we are learning about asking how old someone is. It is under 1.4, communicate about personal information. The key question we'll be focusing on will be e hia o tau, which means how old are you? Alright, so here are the vocabs and these are the positions we need to learn, and these are the neutral forms. When I say neutral forms, for those of you who are familiar with a and o categories, these don't apply in this case. Whatever the word is, whether it's in the a category or o category, doesn't matter if you use the neutral one. Alright, on the left hand side we have kupu Māori, which are Māori words. On the right hand side we have kupu ingarihi or kupu Pākehā, which means English words. First one, taku, which means mine, but singular. What I mean by that is if I have one object, I would use taku. So takukuri, which means my dog, singular. Second, aku, which is also my, but in a plural form. So if I have many apples, I'd say aku aporo, my apples. Third, tō, which means your, singular. O, your, but plural. Tana, his or her, singular. And ana, his or her, plural. Now, as you can see, these go together. It's just different forms. When the singular position becomes plural, the T is dropped. So there's no T here, so that it's aku. Instead of to, you have o. Instead of tana, you drop the T, and then you have ana. These plural forms are the ones we'll be focusing on today. Ka pai. Alright, and here are the other vocabs. First one, tau. It means age or year in this unit. There are around 8 different meanings or entries of tau in the Māori dictionary, so this can get confusing, but for this unit we'll be focusing the meaning of age or year. Next one, o, not or with a macron. It means of or belongs to. It's a very versatile word, so make sure to remember that. Here means how many, and whatever the particle that comes before here determines whether you're counting objects or humans, etc. And in this unit we'll be focusing on the e particle. E particle is used for when stating numbers of things when the numbers begin with a word of one vowel or 2 short vowels. In another word, numbers 2 to 9. The reason why 1 is not included is because when we have 1, we need to say kotahi. And the e is dropped as a result. Ka pai, just like the other unit. Okay, so here's the question you need to be asking. E hia position, tau. So position is what we discussed in the previous slide. In particular, aku, o, and ana. My, your, and his or her, plural. So, for example, e hia o tau. O means your, so this is asking how old are you? If I were to directly translate this, it would be how many your age. So how many years do you have? That's essentially what the question is asking. But in English, it will translate it into how old are you? Next, e hia ana tau. Ana means his or her. And tau means age or year. So it means how old is he or she. And lastly, e hia aku tau. How old am I? In case you forgot. And just remember, there's no T in front of these words because we need to have them in plural forms. So we don't need the T's in front of it. Ka pai. All right, and here are the answers. The formula is very similar. E, number, possession, and tau, which means age. Let's look at the first example. E toru o tau. Toru means 3. O means your, the possession. Tau means age. So that means you are 3 years old. Next, e fitsu ana tau. Fitsu is 7. Ana is his or her. And tau is age. So he or she is 7 years old. Next one is a bit of an exception. And it goes, tekau aku tau. Remember, there is no particle here because tekau is 10. And the first number is not 2 to 9. Aku means my, plural, age. So that means I am 10 years old. E toru tekau o tau. Toru tekau is 30, and the first number is indeed between 2 and 9. So we need to have the e. O means your, tau, age, which means you are 30 years old. Lastly, kotahi rau ana tau. Kotahi means 1, rau means 100. So you're essentially saying 1 of 100. Ana, his or her, age, which means he or she is 100 years old. And remember, because the first number is not between 2 and 9, you drop the e. And this is a further learning. You don't need to go over this, but it will be great. And if you want to learn more, then go ahead. And these are the examples that are in the curriculum. So the first one is e hia ngā tau or sina. So instead of saying his or her, you're asking for someone's age, someone specific, using their proper noun, sina in this case. So that's why instead of having possession words, you have ngā, which means the, but plural. Okay, so it just means how old is sina. You can answer it by like this: e rua ngā tau o sina. Rua means 2, ngā means the, plural, o means of, and sina. So the sentence means sina is 2 years old. Lastly, kotahi te tau o sina. Kotahi means 1 or 1 of. Te tau, now notice here, it's not ngā because you're talking about 1 age, not 2 or more, not plural. So the sentence means sina is 1 year old. Ka pai? And there's more. All right, and this is further learning if you really want to get into it, especially to the birthday spirit. There are 2 versions of happy birthday in te reo Māori. In the curriculum, it's the rā whānau. Rā means day. Whānau means family usually, but the other meanings are to give birth or to be born. Therefore, rā whānau means birthday. So you can say rā whānau kia koe, rā whānau kia koe, rā whānau kia ingoa, the name of someone, and rā whānau kia koe. And same with hari huritau. Hari means happy, and huritau means turning of the year, like anniversary. So, and this is the same with the tune to happy birthday as well. Everything is basically the same. Instead of having rā whānau, you just have hari huritau. Happy birthday. All right, and afterwards, if you want to be really fancy, you can add these as well. Hippie, hippie, hooray. So it's basically the same in English. But what's cool, what you can do is this. Ana, hi, ana, hi, ana, hi, ha. Okay, and this is, in my opinion, a way cooler chant after the birthday song. And here's basically a further learning. These phrases are useful and it can be used in the classroom or at home. So first one is no wai te huritau o tēnei rā. Huritau is turning of the year, anniversary or birthday. No means like who does it belong to? Who owns it? Wai is who. Tēnei rā means today. So it means whose birthday is it today? And you can answer noku. So it's like taku, ne, or aku. So when it's something that's yours, you usually have oku or aku, which means mine. No sina, it's sinners. Or no na, it's his or hers. So fairly simple, but no, the N emphatic is something you learn later. So don't think too much about it. It just means it belongs to someone. And lastly, if you want to learn this in Te Reo Māori, go ahead. Me waiata hari huritau tātou kia sina. Me means should or must. Waiata means to sing, if it's a verb. Hari huritau, remember hari is happy. Huritau means birthday or anniversary. Tātou means all of us. Ki means to. A is a particle you use in front of someone's name. Hence Sina. So it means let's sing happy birthday to Sina. Kapai. I hope you learned something new today, and I hope you get to enjoy Hari Huritau with your students. Kia kaha te reo Māori, and ka kite anō.